What up, what up? Say so G. Back with another topic, back with another video. Back with another topic, back with another video. Sounds kind of crazy. I'm actually saying that slow right now. So, the title of this video is going to be Dontay London has crossed the line. So, admin notes. Thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. So it's coffee time. We're gonna talk about some stuff here. And I think actually, as a caveat to this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and create a buy me a coffee site. I saw some content creators that have this link in their description where it says buy me a coffee. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and create that today. So if anybody want to buy me a coffee, feel free to do so because I love coffee. But the topic at hand, as another disclaimer, this is not a video that's going to bash Dontay London, okay? I think it may come off as that to a certain degree, but I like the brother, you know what I'm saying? I think he's doing a good thing when it comes to YouTube. I think he's trying to navigate YouTube as best as possible. He's very transparent. I appreciate him doing that. And folks that age, I definitely, the folks his age have been raised in the social media world. They're easy to do stuff like that. Me personally, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I can be transparent, but there's gonna be just certain things that's not gonna do in video, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't put my whole life out there, but I'm not gonna be disrespectful to say that he shouldn't be doing this. But I want to address something he did recently that I think that men need to be aware of. And I created this channel to help men, to help women as well, but mainly for men, because I think men need help to navigate life a lot more than women do, because the world don't care about us, right? We don't have anybody that we can run to save us. We have to save ourselves a lot of times. So that's why a lot of times when I come up here and talk about things like this, I do this to help men navigate life, because there's a lot of men out there that don't have guidance, they don't have direction when it comes to certain things. And this thing I'm about to talk about, as far as what Dontay London did, is something that I think that men, like I said, need to be aware of, and I think they should not do this. And I think this is a good talking point and a lesson that you need to learn, because it's actually crazy. I can't even believe that he even did this. But anyway, let's get into it. So Dontay London has crossed the line. And the reason why I say that is he made a video recently with his, well, some folks say it's not his wife. I guess they're engaged, but they're not actually married yet. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really followed the situation that much. But I'm going to say his fiance. I'm not going to say his wife, right? So his fiance has a channel now, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. It could be his wife now. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just gonna say fiance for context. So his fiance created a channel, and they made a video where his fiance is interviewing him about his relationship with his son's mom. Right, I guess whatever relationship that him and his son's mom had before they got together. And I didn't see the whole entire video, so I'm not going to actually speak directly to that as far as like on certain parts of the video. I've seen some snippets. I try to watch the whole thing, and to be quite honest, it was so cringy to me that I could not finish it. And I'm not exactly sure I'm going to be able to finish it. I may try. Because maybe I may find something in it that I can make a video out of, as far as like bringing more context to the situation. But I could not finish the whole thing because it was so cringy to me. It was crazy, because it's like, what was the main purpose of you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was to get likes, maybe it was to get comments and to boost the algorithm. If he did that, you know what I'm saying, I hate to say it to a certain degree, but I gotta give him kind of kudos to it to a certain degree, because at the end of the day, once what I say before in another video, people like bad news better than good news. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't seem like he was talking bad about his son's mom, But I think some of the things that he brought up in conversation about the situation, it's probably some stuff that should have not been on video, should have not been in the public. And I want to say that his son's mom, I don't want to say baby mama because I don't like saying that. His son's mom, I guess, got upset, right, and called them and texted them or did something, and they wound up taking the video down at one point. And then I saw, I think either yesterday or the day before, that they re-uploaded the video. Crazy, yo, crazy. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing when it comes to this. And actually, right now, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my own personal experience when it comes to stuff like this. And then I'm going to jump back, as far as talking about that video and how I think that what he did was wrong. So back in 2008, I've talked about 2008 a lot of times on video, but I'm telling you, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? 2008 actually molded me a lot when it comes to being a man, when it comes to being very masculine. I've always been like this, right? But I think it boosted my masculinity like 100 times fold. You know what I'm saying? Like how Grant Cardone always talk about 10x. I think 2008 made me 100x because you had to drag your nuts down on the ground and get it out the mud when it came to 2008 because folks losing jobs, inflation was through the roof. I mean, it was just a bad time, right? And that situation, even though the economy was damn near destroyed, because I was in the military at the time, I could have managed my finances and made better financial decisions before that happened, where I should have not been as affected as other folks were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't lose my job. I was still in the military. I was still getting a paycheck. So if I was still getting a paycheck and also getting extra money, because I was married and with kids, why was I in a bad spot versus somebody that had actually physically lost their job and couldn't get a job? Those folks, that was a reason for them to be hurting. I should have been hurting. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad financial decisions that I made during that time. But some years before that, once 2008 hit, it was like a rocket. It just blew up in my face. You know what I'm saying? And it was a crazy time. So my wife is a very resilient woman. God bless my wife, man. I'm telling you, I love my wife so much. She has gone through so much with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, get yourself a good wife, man. I'm telling you. It changed your life. But so of course during this time, me and my wife was going through it, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that, we didn't love each other. It was because, her security was compromised because of the financial situation, right? Yo, damn near every other month on average, I was getting an eviction notice on my apartment for like 2 years straight. I was in Georgia for 3 years when it was happening. But by the time 2009 hit, every other month I was getting a eviction notice because I was always late on the rent. You know what I'm saying? Now just imagine being a woman, like even women that's watching this video. Just imagine, being a woman, being a wife, right? And every other month, there's an eviction notice on your door saying that if you don't pay within a certain period of time, that you're gonna get put out, right? And you got kids, but you got a husband sitting there that allowed this to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be transparent with you. You know what I'm saying? I was not a very good husband during that time. I was not a very good father during that time. You know what I'm saying? I was horrible. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that I got through that. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that my wife stayed in the fight with me. But most women wouldn't stay there. Most women would leave, right? And I'm gonna bring this into context. You know what I'm saying? So I just get that backdrop to give you like give more context to the story I'm about to tell. So because of the situation we was in, my wife was getting really depressed, right? And she was losing faith in our marriage. She was losing faith in me, for me to be able to take care of her and our 2 kids. Now mind you, my middle child was born March of 2008, right? So we had a brand new baby when this was going on. You know what I'm saying? So she's going through postpartum depression, right? She's going through taking care of an infant, while dealing with a husband that could not take care of the finances in an apartment, right? But I'm in uniform, going to work every single day. It's crazy. So at one point, it really, really, really got bad with us. You know what I'm saying? And I really believe that at some point she was probably contemplating about leaving me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to get into the full details of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But it got really bad. It got really bad. Now, me and my wife have never been a married couple that's argued a lot, or have yelled at each other's face, or called each other out of our names. None of that. You know what I'm saying? We have gotten into arguments, but I can count on one hand, literally, out of the 20 years of marriage, where we had an argument that was so intense that I really had to reel myself back and be like, I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm really hurt that she said this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really get on that level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not even about the love that we have for each other. It's just, we're just not the type of people. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're very aggressive, right? Because I'm very masculine. My wife is very feminine, but she can, yeah, she can get at people. You know what I'm saying? But, I guess we always had that mutual understanding in our marriage with it, that we love each other so much that we really, even though we may get upset with each other, we don't want to cross a line, right? But there were some lines crossed to a certain degree during that time because of the frustration my wife had, right? And, it was all my fault, you know what I'm saying? Even though, there were some things that I'm not going to talk about that I think that should have been more reserved. She should have been more reserved on certain things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she's a woman, and women can get into their feelings a lot of times with certain things. And with the husband that I was being at the time, I can't blame her. I just can't, you know what I'm saying? So I say that all to say is that, even with that situation going on at the time, to this day, yeah, I put it on everything, yo. To this day, my family has no clue about what happened in Georgia when it comes to the finances, when it comes to me and my wife getting into it or what, and her almost leaving me. Nobody knows that. You know what I'm saying? I put it like this. There are some family members that knew that, that we were struggling to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying, with finances, but they don't know the full story, right? And they definitely don't know anything about me and my wife getting into it and her almost leaving me. You know what I'm saying? They don't, because that was something that was between us, right? That wasn't to be broadcast outside of the home. We handle our business, you know what I'm saying, and Lord willing, and thank God that we made it through, and we're holding on strong, you know what I'm saying? But nobody in my family, to include a lot of folks on my wife's side of the family, don't know either. Now my wife's sister know, my sister-in-law, because because with women, I understand that they have to talk things out, right? So I couldn't expect my wife to keep all of everything in. She had to tell somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. She told her sister and not had the whole family know what was going on, right? So reeling this back into Dontay London, from what I see on that video and how he was coming about it and just doing the video in general, I think he was dead wrong doing that, for real. Even if they parted on bad terms, men don't supposed to be talking bad about women. I'm gonna say that again. I don't care how bad a relationship is when y'all break up. Men should not be talking bad about women. That's what women do. Men don't do this. There's coffee, man. Most masculine men that I know, regardless of what the woman did, would not talk about another woman in a bad light. We don't do that. We just don't, especially on camera. Especially on camera. Especially on social media. We don't do that. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the women do that. That's what women do. Let the women go out there and talk crap about men, talk crap about other women. Let women do that. That's not what men do. We don't do that. That's feminine. And I'm not going to sit here and try to say that he's a feminine guy, but that situation that he did with that video, I think is feminine. I think it's very feminine, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to front about that. Because, if he did it for likes and comments to boost the algorithm, that's one thing, right? But I do believe that there are some things that content creators can do on camera that can compromise their integrity. And I know for myself, I hold myself accountable when it comes to a lot of things on YouTube. And I pray that I never compromise my integrity when it comes to videos that I make up here, right? I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay as masculine as possible. And I want men out there to stay as masculine as possible. And I'm telling you right now, if you get on camera talking bad about your woman, talking bad about your wife, you're not being masculine. You're not being masculine. You should not be putting your frustrations out on camera. You shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying he did that on this video, because like I said, I haven't seen the whole video, but from what I saw with the snippets and stuff, it seemed like he was just explaining it seemed like he was just explaining the relationship as a whole. But I do believe that, I think, because actually, hold on, let me think about this now. Wait a minute, hold on, because I think in the beginning of the video, I think he was actually making a comparison with his son's mom and his current fiance. Did he do that? I think he did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy too. That's crazy too. You know what I'm saying? If he did that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can't. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Now y'all know doggone well you should never be comparing your woman to another woman. You shouldn't be doing that. Now women would do that all the time. They're always looking at Johnny over there, the neighbor, and say, "Hey, Johnny's out there cutting the grass. Why can't you do that?" You know what I'm saying? Women do this stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to men, you can't be doing that, y'all. We can't be doing that. Men that are watching this video right now, I'm telling you right now, when you have situations with your woman or an ex, right, that went off the rails and things went bad, you should keep your mouth shut about that relationship. Like, seriously, you should keep your mouth shut. Men don't talk stuff out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go to counseling, we can go to therapy. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But we don't need to go out into the world and tell the world about our problems. We don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, y'all. I'm just telling you, man, we got to be stoic. We got to be stoic, y'all. We have to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, being stoic to keep a woman or to get a woman. I'm just saying, like, this is in men's nature to be this way. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I say that, men that's in this space need to be dominant. They need to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to take this video in another direction. I'm just saying, like, with what Dante did, and I have to give him a little bit of grace because he's young. He's in his late 20s, so a lot of folks would say that's not particularly young. But in my case, I think that's young, because I think he even admitted on video that he's still kind of immature to a certain degree. So I got to give him a little bit of grace, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. I think if he was in his 40s, this video would have never happened, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a very intelligent young man, and I think that, this was probably clickbait when he did this, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't see any other purpose of him doing that video, right? But I'm just telling you, the guys that are out there, don't do that. Don't make a video talking about your ex. Don't do that, man. I'm saying, don't do that. Please don't do that. Now, you can talk about a relationship out in context as far as in a general sense, you know what I'm saying? Because I have seen men come up here on YouTube talk about relationships, you know what I'm saying, and talk about how men are supposed to move in the space of relationships and how past relationships have taught them lessons about life. But don't single out a certain person on camera and talk about them. Don't do that. That's not masculine, y'all. It's not masculine. We need to stay as masculine as possible, man. We need to stay as masculine as possible, because feminism has taken over, right? And it's making men docile. It's a emasculation of men, a campaign going on right now. And I'm not saying that him making that video is him emasculating himself, but I think he put himself in a bad light. I really do. And it's proof of the pudding in the comments. I saw a lot of the comments that people made on that video, and a lot of women said that it was very not tasteful. And I mean, I totally get women saying that, you know what I'm saying, because it's all about women defending women, because that's what women do, right? So I totally get that. I'm not mad at women for saying that, you know what I'm saying, because I think it was distasteful. I think it was, you know what I'm saying? But I say this all to say that, with him doing that video, I think it really damaged his brand to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about women leaving his channel and unsubscribing to his channel because I'm talking about his son's mom. And in a sense, I think a lot of people would leave his channel because of just him doing a video like that in the first place, right? It's not masculine. It just isn't. But anyways, drop the comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. I really believe that the video is in bad taste. I really do. And just the fact that he took the video down and then reposted the video is kind of crazy, y'all. That's kind of crazy. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. When we discuss the topic or subject, think it benefits your channel. Email me asog757@gmail.com. My email address, description below. Say so G. Signing out. I'm gone.